Hi, everybody.
Hello, good to see you. Sarabjit, and even you got your name on your Zoom call, right? That's super.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations, Dr. Client. Tomorrow is the fine big day.
Congratulations to all of us. So much of us put so much love into this. Well, we are live now, recording to Facebook, recording right now on Zoom, and I just want to say a big, from my heart to your heart, namaste and welcome to week number 6 of the Global Healing Miracle Experiment. It feel like we blinked. Here, doesn't it just feel like just like 2 seconds ago we started with introductory calls? Everyone who's joining, man, what a journey! We've made new friends. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna mute everyone and I'll unmute myself just so that we can have it clear. Okay, can you hear me okay? Just you can nod or raise your hand. Everyone can hear me okay? Okay, super. Man, this has been one of the most amazing journeys. And I know everyone, I'm just reading the comments, people from all over the world that we've come to love each other. You know, I'm just thinking about last Sunday's call when Dr. Nohad from Iraq just started sharing towards the end of the call her like vibrant like energy of this love, being a scientist, being a pharmacist, and but at the same time her soul hungering for something, and then just being attracted to this group and finding a space here in which really we can allow ourselves to feel safe and we feel love, and we're able to apply the ancient secrets that Dr. Jerome taught in such a way we can see the divine in others and see miracles happening all around us. I just did a Facebook Live. Many of you may have seen it, but actually I showed the door. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can see Milo's there. And then right behind him is the door where 2 months ago it was just post-it notes. It was just post-it notes of everything that had to happen, and it seemed overwhelming honestly, to get this book out and to do everything in the way, the excellence that Dr. Ram would have wanted it done, it felt like, I mean, there's so many post-it notes I wrote. I'm like, I've never done that before. I've never done that before, but I knew things that had to be in place. And then we started on the journey, and we started with the mystical miracle experiment game, that 30-day game that led here, the global healing miracle experiment, that all throughout the Miracle Dream Team has been behind the scenes doing such amazing things. And I looked at that door, and during the Facebook Live, I was looking at all the names that were put next to the post-it notes, and I was just feeling like this surreal feeling of pure gratitude for the amazing miracle that transpired. And people I didn't know 2, 3 months ago, but now are so dear to my heart, like you who are on this call, and those who are actually applying the principles and seeing the miracles happen and are posting the pictures. One of the most sweet posts I got was from someone who just 2, 3 days ago that says, I'm so excited. My book finally came in the mail. It was too late for me to read. So what I did is I just slept and I held it in my arms as I slept. You know? And I felt that. I felt like even from that, there's some healing benefit. Another friend of mine, you know, I shared this on the Miracle Dream Team call on Friday. She's an intuition expert, and she had this mystical experience in which she had actually an experience with Dr. Naram visiting her. And when he visited her, she got so clear why every home needs to have this book. She said that the stories in here are powerful. This is her words to me. Actually, I should read her actual text message. She said that the stories in here are powerful. The life-changing principles, the secrets that you can see from the pictures, from the home remedies can change your life. She says, but there's a vibration, there's a frequency. Somehow, she said to me, how did you figure out how to put that in there? Because even if people just have the book in their home, they're going to start to experience healing miracles happen. Healing will happen. So she says, I'm going to get this as a gift for everyone I know. I shared in this email that just got sent out and on that Facebook Live about Elio. Okay, you know, I just was about to launch into it because I'm so much in the zone right now of like swimming in the river of all the miracles. But since we're all gathering together and since we all started the day in such different places, let's start right now with Gary, the same way we've started all our meetings so far. Gary Malkin, 7-time Emmy Award winning composer, producer, keynote speaker, I believe he's a genius in terms of what he can do, helping people drop from their head to their heart and be in the vibration of what matters most. So Gary actually hand selected the perfect piece for today. So I'm going to turn it over to Gary. Really take time into your heart so we can most out of this next 60 to 90 minutes we have together of very beautiful surprises.
Gary, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Good morning, everybody. I am so excited and delighted to be a part of this experience. And I've been watching Clint ever since before he even met Dr. Naram. It's such a privilege to be a part of this. So I've been blessed to, I've been invited to share the role of music to align our hearts and souls together as we've been doing for every single call. So this is no different. And the call the recording that I asked, that I'm using today for us to listen to, it was designed for caregivers. But if we are to live the life that is in alignment with the beautiful power and love of this book that Clint has brought through after years of working on himself and studying with Dr. Naram and going around the world, it's about cultivating and honoring and appreciating who we are and who we are as people who are standing for the best version of ourselves for everyone, right? So what you appreciate appreciates. So this is called an appreciation montage from a work called Care for the Journey. And it's for healthcare providers, but it's actually, I realize that all of us are healthcare providers. We're providing for our own health, and we're all stands for the best health and wellness and beauty and essence that we all are. So I just want to encourage you as you listen to this recording to just keep feet on the ground. Let's all take a collective breath together. There's nothing like people from all over the world taking one long, deep inhale and an even longer exhale, and close your eyes and allow this short 4-minute track to soak into every cell in your body. And as you do, remember that you are a part of the unified whole of the one huge heart that is the universe. And may this book that is so coming from the essence of love, may it touch every corner of the globe, and may we be emissaries of the love that you're about to receive in this call and in this recording. So I invite you to close your eyes, and actually, I don't know, unless you were planning to pin Clint, I don't know if you were or not, but I'm just going to play this recording. You decide if you want to close your eyes or not. I don't know whether Clint or anybody was planning to show videos, but here we are, ready to record, ready to experience. Remember, breathing is the way that you get yourself even more present in body, heart, and soul and mind. Here we go.
You are precious with a preciousness that cannot be computed. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from the source of all life. Nothing, not disease, not suffering, not even death.
Remember what brought you here in the first place. You were born to uplift and help others in their time of need. What you do and think and feel matters more than you'll ever know.
Have mercy. Please be kind to yourself. We are, after all, just human. That's good enough.
What's needed is your presence, your love, your caring, all these things that you might think are not enough are exactly what is needed.
Do all the good that you can, in all the ways that you can, to all the people that you can, for as long as ever you can.
My wish for you is that you'll take the time to get in touch with and to remember your own good heart.
Go forth, sustained by the knowledge that you are precious, you are embraced, able to go forth with a courage that is not your own, because its source is the source of all that is beautiful, that is good, that is true.
As I was listening to this recording, which features the voice of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Rachel Remen, Joan Borisenko, Ira Byock, Angela Sarian, these are amazing healthcare providers. I was thinking that no one embodied this principle, these principles, more than Dr. Naram and Clint. And may all of us take care of ourselves and each other as this miracle of this beautiful love expands out to every corner of the globe. And blessings, Clint, on this auspicious moment in all of our lives, and letting love be greater than all powers that exist and that are disseminated everywhere. Aho.
So beautiful, Gary. Oh man, I'm so glad that we have you in our life. So glad we have you on the planet. Thank you for sharing your gift. Wow.
Thank you for making Wisdom of the World Wellness what it is. It would never exist without you, Clint. And I love you so much. I'm so honored and touched, and to be your friend and your ally and your colleague. I'm just blessed beyond words. And all of you, blessings. Thank you.
Well, I want to say that there's no accident that you're here and participating, and that we get to have these experiences together. This is something I'd never seen happen on planet Earth before in the way that it's happening. And I'm so honored to be a part of it with you. And I'm clear that I'm being guided. I'm following the guidance, and I'm following, the guidance of love. What does love want to do? And really making choices based on that question. And so as I see, it's not just about, there's so many reasons to celebrate Miracle Monday, the book launch tomorrow of this book, just because of it contains an honoring and a celebration of Dr. Naram himself. His life was so amazing. so remarkable what he accomplished and how many people he touched as a single individual, his impact spreading around the world in such a deep way too. One of the last meetings I was with Dr. Naram, I said, I don't know anyone that's alleviated more human suffering on planet Earth than Dr. Naram. I've never personally met anyone that's alleviated more human suffering than Dr. Naram. One to one, he met more than 1 million people, helped them understand what was happening physically, mentally, and emotionally, and then gave simple, secret, natural remedies, many of which are contained in this book, by which they saw profound impact. And then beyond that, the TV shows that he was on, beyond that, the videos that did, so many ways in which people, it doesn't require it's just you have to invest your time, your energy, your effort, and your mind and your heart to be open to something maybe that's different than you're used to. But when you do it with discipline regularly, really amazing things can happen in your life. So there's many reasons to celebrate this book. Dr. Naram is one of them. Just honoring his life and honoring the magic of what it was like to have him on the planet and still be with us in whatever form that he is. But something else that makes it so, so sweet is this whole global healing miracle experiment, the whole Miracle Dream Team, the way we've come together with so much love and with just a pure intent, a pure desire to be of service on this planet. It just makes it so I can't help but be so happy. It'd be one thing if there's a big corporate mechanism behind this whole thing that put into place a whole strategy and then played out. That would be beautiful in its own way. But the fact that it's organically, Jenny showing up with love, saying, I feel guided to organize the translation project, and then sending out the email. And by now, the book being translated into more than 30 languages, being from such beautiful people that are saying, thank you for letting me work on this project. So many of you working on the translation are here, and I see you here, and I love you, and I'm so grateful for you. I actually have your names up on my door, and every time I go past it, I think about it, I'm just blessing you with my heart. And I know so many people will be blessed because of the effort that you're putting into it. So tomorrow, Miracle Monday is a celebration. And before we go into today's content, which I'm so excited about, I have a special guest on the call that I'll be interviewing tomorrow. And you'll know her, you'll recognize her if you got the book, because she is on her. Actually, she's one of the people on the cover. And I want to just bring live right now Dr. Aditi Govardhikar. Aditi.
Hi, Dr. Clint, how are you? So good to be here with everybody. It's amazing how the globe has come together to celebrate you, the book, and Dr. Naram. I'm truly touched for you giving me this honor.
Super. So right now, Dr. Aditi Govardhikar, she's in the middle of exams for Harvard. She's doing so many things. She's a trained medical doctor that then became a supermodel, became Mrs. India and then Mrs. World. You've been such a gift. Even when Gary was in India, I was like, you got to meet Aditi. She's someone that touched my heart, not because of what she's accomplished, but because she's focused on being. In my TEDx talk, I talked about going for silence. And Aditi, can you talk a little bit about your experience with silence?
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite topics because it's pretty much given me the gift of being. I practiced Vipassana. I have been a practitioner for last 12 years. Vipassana meditation is when you go into silence for 10 days. You wake up at 4 a.m. and from 4 a.m. till 9 p.m. you sit in one place. Every 1 hour, of course, you get a break of 5 minutes or so, but pretty much you sit in silence without even looking at another human being. Because when you look at somebody, it is also a form of communication. So over here, you're pretty much communicating with your own self so that you reconnect. Given that since we are born, there's constant input of sensory information, and we never get a chance to take it out or sort it out or look at ourselves in true sense. And this allows you to do that. And ultimately, you are able to celebrate who you are, which is the whole point. I mean, why live a life which is fraught with negativity and disturbances? So here is an opportunity where you connect with yourself and you're truly able to live a life which is liberated, it's full of joy and peace. And that has been my journey where spirituality is concerned. Having said that, I wanted to combine it with a science that exists called psychology. So along with the medical knowledge that I have of human body, I thought that I'm going to learn about human psyche or human mind and combine that with spirituality. And on my journey of doing all these things, I've met wonderful people like Dr. Clint, Gary, and Dr. Naram. And I'm really grateful for having met these beautiful souls.
Yeah, super. So we have a full interview with you tomorrow at 6 p.m. So on Miracle Monday, we have a whole lineup all day. We'll be interviewing amazing people like Dr. Aditi, other Bollywood celebrities, top doctors. We have famous authors like Jack Canfield, Abraham, T. Harv Eker, Janet Atwood, Marcy Shimoff. We have a whole lineup of people that knew and loved Dr. Ram, had their lives changed. And actually, many of you on the call, I want to invite you to think about, would you like to be live on that call too? But so we have a longer time with you tomorrow, Dr. Aditi, but can you just tell in brief, when you were one of the first people actually to read, not the most recent draft, but a couple drafts ago. And
Yes.
What was your experience as you read the book, and why did you get so excited about it?
First of all, it's a very few. I'm a voracious reader, and I read a lot. I read two to three books, at simultaneously. But when I started reading your book, there was no way I was going to pay attention to any other book, and I couldn't put it down. So that was what was really so inspiring, because you don't find books like these. And like I have written, that it is a book that everybody should read, be it of any age, any gender, it doesn't matter, because there is something for everybody. And it touched my heart. I mean, there are very few things, very few passages or articles or books that really touch one's heart. Having gone through so many ups and downs in life, it kind of makes you, okay, look at things very differently. But here was a book which really, truly touched my heart. And that was so awesome. I mean, it's thanks to Dr. Clint.
Yeah, when we were talking about it afterwards, you actually surprised me. You're the first person that actually referred to the book as like a Gita, or like a Bible, and it surprised me. And since then, many people are on this call, but it's true. Like the people who are helping me edit it, like Connie, like Gabriella, like Amruta, when they were reading it 4 or 5 times, all 3 of them, they said, because we know the content, we thought we'd be bored and we're just going to go through it fast. They said it just drew them in again, though. Like Gabriella, for instance, she said it's her 4th, 5th time reading it, but after the first couple of chapters, she just started crying again, and it caught her off guard that she just got pulled into the story, and it revealed a new thing to her about her life, a new pain that came up and then that was healed through reading it the 4th time. And I remembered what you said, that it doesn't matter what age or what stage of life, when you become associated with content like this, even Gabriella, she says it's almost like a mystical book from a fairy tale. Like it's like having a conversation with Mother Earth, where whatever stage you're at, it reveals to you new things that you need to see about your life. And I remembered what you said, and I was like, wow, she was right. It has that effect. Like actually, the more you read it, the deeper those ancient secrets go. I asked you about silence at the beginning, because Dr. Ram, sent me for silence, because a lot of the ancient secrets you can't figure out with your mind. It's beyond mind. But there's some association when you let this go in deep. That's why I'm so excited about the translators. As they're translating it from one language to another, it has to go deep. And when it goes deep inside of you, you have a different possibility for a way of being. Dr. Ram says there's knowing, there's doing, and there's being. And this book can help you on all those levels, but the one that I'm most excited about is when people start to notice their whole being is shifting. And on this call, I don't know how long you'll get to stay, Dr. Aditi, but there's people who have, like one Christelle, she said she kept hearing everyone share about their miracle. She's like, when am I going to see a miracle? One moment she woke up, and the next morning she woke up, all of a sudden it hit her. Oh my goodness, everything is a miracle. And since then, she's been like, yeah. Since then, she's walking around.
Look at this call, right, Dr. Clint? I'm sorry I'm stopping you, because I just can't get over the miracle that is in the moment. I mean, when I'm looking at the screen, I'm almost feeling like I'm standing where Crystal is standing. I mean, the clear blue sky behind her, oh my God, that's giving me goose flesh. So you've really connected the dots from different countries around the globe. And really, you formed this circle, which is a circle of miracle. And we need to include the whole globe in this circle 100%. And I'm so glad that you're touching so many people's heart, changing their lives. Because this book, like I said, has layers. So irrespective of whether you're reading it for the nth time, one layer will come out, the other one will come out, and it will give you the message that needs to be delivered at that point.
Wow. Well, I'm so excited. On these calls, we share a certain section of the book, and then we talk about those principles and how to apply them in our lives. Today, we have such a cool section. I'm so excited. Some real beautiful surprises from this call alone. Even if this is the only call you ever come on, for everyone listening, your whole life can change from these simple but powerful ancient secrets and from the special guests that we have here. I want to thank you, Dr. DT. You can stay on for as long as you want. We're so excited to interview you more in depth tomorrow at 6 p.m. Everyone can join all through Miracle Monday. And I just want to say thank you for who you are and for your support in so many ways.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for holding this space.
So good to see you, Dr. DT. Love you.
Beautiful. So now we're about to launch into week number 6, specific powerful content. But before then, I just want to give a chance for a couple people to share about their miracle experiences. And I'm actually thinking, Elio, I know I've talked about it already, and I even put it in the email, but your story was so beautiful. I'm wondering if you might be willing to share about what happened with you and your wife. Can you?
I'd like to do that, but I have a new one.
Oh, you have a new miracle. Okay, good. Well, we're not going to limit you to only one miracle.
This will be quick. I start doing the, how should I say, the recipe, the prescription, the remedy for extra energy. And at this moment, I've been up 24 hours straight. I think I got a lot of energy. I've done it before, but it was a little bit on high chemicals. I don't want to name the names, okay? So I find that being incredible because anyway, what happens is that I stood in front of the computer for hours and hours. I copy somewhere between 500 to 1,000 pages. And all of a sudden, I realized that my back was completely out, it hurt. So I asked my wife, I said, can you please do me a favor and rub my back? And she said, oh yeah, no problem. So I go in the bedroom, I sit down, and then all of a sudden it came to me, I'm like, wait, don't do that. She said, what? I said, don't touch me. I said, I'll do something else. So I went and I did the marma, the one that you touch your lips 6 times, and then you do your head 6 times. Well, I was in so much pain.
Even in chapter 1, and those are the pictures actually from chapter 1. So you just started doing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I was in so much pain because I didn't wait to do it again. I just went and did it 3 times in a row. And no exaggeration, within 5 minutes, I'm like, the pain is gone. But then I realized that I had little pains here and there, and all of them were gone. So recently, yesterday, she had a cramp on her leg. She had a cramp on her leg. And I said, could you do this? And she says, well, I cannot even breathe right now. I said, okay, after you finish. So it was in the middle of the night. I rubbed her leg and everything. And like I said, I was awake. I go back to check on her, and she was sound asleep. When she woke up, I said, did you do that? She says, yes, I did it. So how was it? She says, I don't remember. I said, he was so good, you were snoring. It seems like now is my first prescription. hey, if you want to see something miraculous, do this, Marma. What? I just do it, here, I'll show you what to do. You just do it. So I told my cousin's wife, I was talking back home, I did the same thing with her. I'm like, "Hey, anytime you feel pain," she says, "I feel pain all the time." I said, "Then you keep doing it until you feel no pain." So that's my long story short.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then you had a brilliant idea too, or you had a beautiful idea
Oh,
for
yeah,
how to
that
help more
idea,
people
that
benefit.
idea is getting better. You want me to present the idea?
Yeah, please just share it in just 1-2
It
minutes, and
was
then
about 3-4 weeks ago when we were in a small group, and we were the part of the dream team. I was part of it, and I didn't know how good am I going to, or how helpful I'm going to be, but I knew that I'm going to learn something. So that's me, Curious George. So I decided, okay, I'll join them, and it happens, that says, anybody has any idea of how can we promote the book? I'm thinking, wait a second, I know how to do this. I said, if everybody, now I think, our group is somewhere between 1,000, 1,500 people, if I'm right. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe not everybody is buying into it, but this is simple. I think, most everybody can afford it. And that is, buy the book for you and buy 2 extra books. Now, I know a lot of people want to buy a lot of books, but from experience is that people that you think, that they might read a book, they haven't read a book, since college or since first grade. So, they're not exactly the reader kind. So I'm like, okay, buy the 2 books, read the books, feel what you feel about it, and then put it in somebody's hands that you think, that they might be receptive to the information. And they have to do the same thing. They have to get 3 books, send it. And by my calculation at the first time, I think now I think I was wrong, but I'm thinking if we have 1,000 people, the first round around is 2,000, and then it gets to be 4,000, 16,000, 164,000. I figure out the reality is, that the lady that correct me was right. Within 10 turns like that, it's past 7 million people that you reach. So maybe we're not reaching 7 million people. That I thought, that it will be a good thing to do. The other thing, that Dr. Clint says, well, I do not know. He had a clip, a movie that he presented to us. He kind of mentioned about it. And I said, I'm sorry, but I learned something else from Tony Robbins. To be terrific, you have to be specific. I said, when you ask for something, you go and ask exactly what you want to happen. Don't beat around the bush. So, just, if you can, change the tone of it. And I said, this time when you do it, you put it in the context of paying forward. So he liked that idea. So basically, what you're doing, you're paying forward to the next step for the next person, and so forth and so on. By the time we had this discussion on Friday, I realized that people come from different angles altogether, because some people said, I buy the book and on the book just disappear. Well, I'm glad to see that, because it must have gone in good hands. Or sometime, you give the book to somebody and they're not reading it. Somebody gets curious like me, and they're like, wow, this is a good book. Sometimes what I have thought also is that you can promote the book very simply when you have a contact with somebody. And this is kind of brutal, and I had the same reaction every single time. But sex sells.
Okay, we're just 1 second, Elio. We have to go to the next guest, but I want to come back to you. But before we go to the next guest, I just want to say, when you shared that idea on that call on Friday, there was people that were already doing it. Like
Yes.
Afsana from Iran had already given it to several
Yes.
people. Teresa had given it to several people. Teresa has a miracle story. If we have some time from London, I'm going to have you share. Christelle, she sent me a video on her phone of someone who she had given the book to, and then the miracle that happened. And it was so, so touching, so beautiful about, and I just see this message from Pam in the chat saying how nice it is around people that are full of positivity. You never know whose life you're going to change and the miracles you're going to see with this people of Aditi Devo Baba and honoring the divine in you and the divine in others. And this concept that Elio brought up of paying it forward. It's such a beautiful way that's full of an abundance of gratitude. So now on the introductory call, we had two very special guests join us. And I actually invited them to come again on this call to share their love and blessing. I'm going to see if you can unmute yourself. Let me see if I can unmute you. I just want to give them a moment to share their love and their blessing with you. Dr. Smita and Krishna Naram, welcome, welcome.
Namaskar. And lots of love to all of you.
Oh, and namaskar from Papa. He is with us and he loves us like anything. And I love you all like anything. We love you all like anything.
So beautiful. Now, I want to ask you just one question as we're getting ready for Miracle Monday, you know, which it marks a really significant time in your family's life. Any thoughts or feelings, anything you want to share with all these beautiful people who are helping spread the message of this Siddha Veda, of this ancient healing?
Oh my goodness. Go.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is such a beautiful question. Dear Dr. Clint. Amazing. The first thing and the most important is this gathering that we are in is powerful. And I'm sure Papa will be so happy that we're doing this work with our heart and giving seva. He said that this is seva. I was reading some of his notes today, and in that note he said that in this journey of healing and sharing these ancient secrets with the world, if I get famous, then that's a byproduct. That is not my mission. My mission is to share the ancient secrets. If I need to be famous, if I need to be rich, then I will be, but it will be for the mission. And so this Rudraksh is the one that Papa used to wear. And then I put it on as a symbol of what would Papa be thinking? And then suddenly a new thought came. This has one Mukhi Rudraksh, which means detachment. And he always said, when his master asked him that, go clean the toilet, Papa said, how can I do this? And he was attached. He was attached to his image. I'm a doctor. He was attached to his image. I'm from a good, respectable family. So this is a symbol of one Mukhi Rudraksh is a symbol of being detached, being beyond. And I feel that with these 10 years of the dedicated work with Papa, Dr. Clint is also reaching to a new evolution of his life. I was 10 years old when he came. Now I'm 20 and I see him as a new person, which is powerful. But I can share with you an amazing message with everybody. First of all, dear Aditi Govitrikar, I loved what you shared. And Elio, also I loved what you shared. This is something powerful. Now, how do I even put it into words? This whole entire mission is more than 2,500 years old. Papa's master was 125, his master 135, his master 145. The original master was Lord Buddha's personal physician. And all these secrets were not only proven, but tried, tested on millions of people. Now you already know this part. But the reason why you are special, why this gathering is special, is because in this gathering, each time you do a marma, each time you do a mantra, each time you do a home remedy, it activates a hidden power of this lineage. I have had experiences when people say that, Krishna, this home remedy didn't feel like only you were giving. It felt like a lineage of masters were giving through you. But I'm not boasting myself. When you will do it, you may experience this. And now Dr. Clint Rogers, in his book, he has done such a big effort to bring this to the world on a different way. I appreciate you and I acknowledge you. I love you all.
And I want to say, so many messages of love that I'm reading here from Savan Shah and from Lynn, and I don't, so many. I couldn't even read names of everyone actually. So I just want to tell one thing from both of us, that the work that Dr. Clint is doing, and as a leader, and the way in which you all have supported this mission, and whatever has evolved in just short span of I guess 5 weeks or 6 weeks, I think, right, Dr. Clint? It's amazing. It's amazing. So many languages the book already have been translated, and a lot of energy is working behind it. It's so amazing. Trust me, this is going, you are now becoming like a vehicle to create transformation in others' life. And that, for me, is so touching. I am extremely proud of all of you, everyone who is supporting this mission. I am extremely proud of you. I am extremely feeling touched by your commitment, your support, because this is going to transform lives of millions of people. And let's touch millions of people and make them really, really healthy. So I am extremely happy and very proud of Dr. Clint and proud of all of you. And I just want to tell you that we both are with you completely, 100%.
Beautiful. Go ahead, Krishna, you share, and then I have one thing to share with both of you.
For me, it's like a blessing to be with anyone who is enthusiastic to serve this mission and serve the world.
Yes.
It's a blessing because I'm just 21 right now, and losing Papa was the hardest, most devastating experience. I could not even stand up, get out of bed at times. It was worse than paralysis. And then suddenly new light started to come when I saw on Facebook, on YouTube, such love and support that made me feel, no, I'm not alone. I'm not alone to carry all this forward. It felt like a pressure. What will I do? How will I take this forward? Papa was doing such a big work. Suddenly it feels like we are all together. We'll all take this entire amazing service and healing of more than 2,500 years old. Together we'll take it ahead, and we'll heal ourselves and heal the world.
Yes, that's what
I feel so much happiness, like a new family.
Yes, absolutely.
Papa is with us in all of you.
Absolutely feels like a family.
Yeah.
Absolutely feels like a family. I'm so grateful. And I feel so much love. We both feel so much love. And I'm running out of words to express how grateful and love I'm feeling. Actually, I'm just running out of words.
Yeah, I was feeling that same way too. I was thinking, a lot of people who I thought would show up for the book launch haven't shown up as much as I thought, and I'm glad they're doing what they're doing, but it's like a whole new family came into place that is sharing with so much love and moving forward the mission. It's almost like your soul, your heart attracted to this, so you can not only see those mystical miracles of love and healing happen in your life, but then be an instrument in helping those miracles go to people you love and the people they love and the people they love in a way that can help all of humanity. Krishna and Smita, you're getting so much love in the chat from Arlene, from Kaylee, from Rajna, everyone, Christelle, Jenny, Lynn. And I want to say not only the people being live right now, but I just had a call yesterday with the Princess of Holland. And the Princess of Holland, she said, I don't know if you know this, but I watch your global healing miracle calls. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I like to watch the recordings. And she's talking about what an impact it has on her life. And I was so grateful for her sharing that one of the stories that made the most impact was when you, Smita, were sharing about the love story with you and Dr. Naram when you first met and what happened and how inspiring that was. And I was in awe of what magical thing happened as a result of that love. Not only you had the baby Krishna, this beautiful baby that's blessing our lives, but also the baby of Ayush Shakti and of this ancient healing tradition that you've stewarded. And so I just want to thank both of you for what you have done and what you will do in the future. Sending lots of love to you. Actually, for 1 second, what if we unmute ourselves and you can just unmute yourself and just say, I love you, I'm with you, and just say where you're from in the world.
I love you, Dr. Smita.
I love you.
Dr.
I love you, and I'm with you.
I love you, and I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
Love you, and I'm with you.
Dr. Smita and Krishna,
California.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you.
Love you so much.
Thank you. We love you, and we are with you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, everyone, so much. Wow, so beautiful. So thank you, Dr. Smita. Thank you, Krishna, for being on this call, for sharing
Love you, love you. Oh, Veera, how are you? Oh my God.
Hi.
Love you all so much.
Yeah, I'm so delighted. Yes. Hi, Krishna. Do you remember me?
Namaskar, Yolande, namaskar. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, Renara. Oh my God. My day is made. Oh my God. My heart is so full of love from everybody. I'm so happy to see great people here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, and a big announcement. Couple of months back, Papa invited an amazing man who was a specialized expert in language. And his only purpose in life was to translate these manuscripts.
Oh, so
we came in touch with this genuine man.
Yes.
He is doing, since the last 30 years, this work.
Yes.
So I saw many comments. Believe it or not, we are dedicating our life, not only from today, from many years, and now seriously on how to preserve, translate these manuscripts so we can share these ancient healing secrets, these remedies, and these incredible solutions from more than 2,500 years ago with all of you, with different on YouTube, Facebook, however possible. And you can change your life and you can change the lives of all you love.
Wonderful. There was also Susie. Great. I'm so happy to look at all great people. Love you, love you, love you. Really love you. Thank you. Thank you for helping. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much. All right, super. Wow, we are off to an amazing start already on this Miracle Day, Miracle Sunday, leading into Miracle Monday at 2 p.m. IST. I'll be interviewing Smita and Krishna more in depth. If you like the stories they shared on the introductory call, you're going to love what they talk about tomorrow at 2 p.m. IST. I'm going to ask her more questions about actually meeting Dr. Naram's master, Baba Ramdas. She met him 3-4 times, and we're going to go into some of the details about what it was like to meet him and some of those also regarding Krishna. I think you're going to really enjoy that. So now we set that aside for now. Thank you so much for, wow, that was so much love. I think we could just end the call now and everyone be happy, but we have something very exciting still coming. So I don't know, I don't want to wait. All right, I'm just gonna, on the very first call, we also had another very special guest that I invited to also come on this call. And I'm just gonna say, first of all, Dr. Giovanni, can you speak? I don't know if you're there, and if you can speak for a little bit, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello.
Giovanni, yeah.
Hello, namaste, namaste. My love to everybody. It was wonderful to be here and see all the listening, all the testimonials. Yeah, rich in experience and love. Good.
Yeah, when you're thinking, Giovanni, you're a perfect example of someone who's actually living what Dr. Ram taught every day in such a beautiful way. You're changing so many people's lives. Is there any, for these, this is like a family of people supporting this work and experiencing these miracles. Anything you want to say to your Ancient Secrets family about this whole mission that we're undertaking and about what we're doing together to experience more of these mystical miracles of love and healing in a deep way from this science, this ancient science of Siddha Veda. Any message you want to share?
Yes, yes. That this book, even before that has been launched, has been referred as a Bible, like first aid. So I have a story of a lady that she was reading the book. She was reading the book, and then a friend of her was asking for help for a very specific, very rare condition. And so her name is, the name of this lady is Orietta, and she was reading, first of all, first idea she got to help her friend was to see if in your book there was a solution. There was a solution for this chronic and severe and rare condition. So then she asked about the doctor. So this book is becoming the first idea, first aid, and because it's giving deep secrets that anybody can benefit, like I heard, like doing the Marma. And what I like also that the same secrets can be used for also our friends animals. I have a nice story with the bees that we have helped to use ancient healing secrets with the animal, dogs, so many. So not only human beings, I think all the all the creature in the world can be benefit from these healing secrets that you are putting in your books.
I love that you shared that, Giovanni, because actually that section is one of my favorites, where there's a chapter in the book called Can Ancient Secrets Help Animals Too? And instead of me reading that section today, Dr. Giovanni, would you be willing to share that story that I put in this book about what happened with your beekeeper friend? Can you just relate that story?
Yeah. This is very, very interesting and funny also. So I had a friend that is very conscious, and she have many bees to make the best honey, and she try to avoid any chemicals, and she wants to protect, and she has very big respect for the bees. I call bee Alessandra. Yeah. So one time she called me, and said that in the family of the bees there was a virus infection, like now we are experiencing with the corona as a human family. But in their family also, in the bees family also, they got virus and they got parasites. So she wants to help the bees without using any chemical, and there is no other solution available in between the beekeepers community. They don't know how to solve this problem. So she was asking.
I just want to stop just for a second. So bees have a whole community, and that community was being kind of invaded by this virus. And as a result, there was all kinds of things happening to the bees, and some were losing hair, some of them were getting weak. But now we have a global community, and that global community has this situation with this virus. So that's why it's so applicable, the story, Giovanni. And what did you do, and what was happening? Tell us more.
Yeah. So as a result of this infection, as you say, the bees lose the hair body. So they become very different from healthy bees. And so the healthy bees with the hair start to fight with the bald bees and try to eliminate from the community. So there is always a big fight going on in the community and the healthy bees try to eliminate the ill bees. So they at the end there is only a fight in the community, and there is no work. Means they are not producing their honey. And so when she asked me, I didn't know how to do, because I never study. I am a medical doctor, and also in the experience with Ayurveda, I never heard how to treat the insect bees. So, but then there is a story, that Dr. Naram also was always mentioning that he was bald and he got back his hair. So I got inspired. If Dr. Naram got back his hair, so we can help also the bees to improve the immunity and to get back their normal shape. So yes. So I told Alessandra, my friend Alessandra, that we can try, and we have given very powerful extract of herbs to improve the immunity, so that the virus got removed from the community, and then all the bees got the perfect shape, and there was a lot of peace, a lot of harmony in the community. So this was a very nice experience, to share with all of you.
Super. So, when you go out in the streets right now and you're afraid of seeing someone, you're not sure if you're going to get a virus or something. Imagine if what Dr. Giovanni did for these bees, we can do globally. And so, Dr. Giovanni, there is some ancient secrets how we can really support our immune system so we have peace of mind. And you've been helping people, whether they've had a virus, not had a virus. And can you share what is that ancient secrets? It's also, I'll tell you this, it's in the book, it's in one of the end sections. There's a certain marma that you do and a certain home remedy that you can take. So practical, so useful, so much peace of mind. Imagine if you use this, and imagine if you share it. Imagine how much of a difference you can make in the lives of those that you love. And Giovanni, if you can share a little bit more about this.
Yeah, to immunity, to get the immunity, a very special essential ingredients is the honey, and the bees was they had plenty of that. So, but usually they give sugar to them. So I asked to Alessandra, my friend, don't give sugar, but just put honey, and then all the spices like turmeric, ginger. So the same remedies, the same instruction, the same formula we can use. So we can take one teaspoon of honey. We can take half teaspoon of ginger powder, half teaspoon of turmeric, and then leaves of basils, 10 or 11, and then half teaspoon of cinnamon, and clove, 1/8 teaspoon, and garlic also. So that this proved very effective. And we have to be grateful also to the bees that are providing such a powerful, treasure that can be helpful for us.
Can you also demonstrate the marma, Dr. Giovanni, the marma that anybody can do?
Yeah. I tried also to do this marma with the bees, but also was difficult to bring peace to the bees family. It was very difficult. Yeah. So to bring peace, whatever you can press this point. Press this point in the finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As this is for connecting with the subconscious mind, with the very deep peace and love that we are having naturally. And so then if you press this point under the nose, for 6 times, this will improve the circulation in the brain. And then you will be in the present. So you can, in some way, disconnect with the problem. And press this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are 3 instruments that we can practice. So we can, in some way, we can ripples of peace vibration are spread in the world.
So beautiful. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to share. Dr. Ritesh from Nepal, I sent out this story on the email list. And right at that time, there was a doctor that was feeling all the symptoms of that. And Ritesh, are you able to speak and share your story, Dr. Ritesh?
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to share that story with everyone.
Oh,
Hi,
super.
everyone.
Do you have a video or no video today? Just checking.
I can get on video. It's fine. Hang on a second. I have video.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
There we go. We like seeing you too. Beautiful. Giovanni, you're going to love this. This is amazing. Okay, go ahead. Share your story, Ritesh.
So I was traveling in India, I was traveling in Nepal, and this is exactly when COVID was, like really going rampant and really spreading. But I was very, very confident that, it's not going to happen and nothing will happen to me. Regardless of everything, as soon as I got back, I felt a little discomfort in my throat. And I did, even though I've studied Western medicine, I practice a lot of naturopathy myself. And so what I did was I just drank warm water. I would gargle twice a day, morning and evening. I thought, it's just probably nothing, it'll go away. So once at night, after the gargling, I slept and I woke up at 1 o'clock at night with excruciating pain in my throat. It was really, really bad. And when I went into the mirror, I put a torch, and when I saw my throat, it was as if there were big pimples, there were really big pimples, and there was very small pus coming out, and my throat and my entire mouth looked very, very angry. It was very, very red, very inflamed, and I was really surprised, and I was also shocked. I couldn't even drink water. It was really difficult for me, and I was just, a lot of thoughts were going on in my head. Do I have COVID? What do I do? So I warmed some water. I had some water. And after that, because I was awake, I couldn't sleep. So I decided to look for, these some home remedy. And of course, I remember Dr. Naram, because, he keeps sharing. I follow his page, so he keeps sharing some remedies. And as I opened my email, I actually had received a remedy that I had shared in the group, which I eventually used. And he had also asked, along with that remedy, that you fast. So I used that remedy. I drank only that concoction, and I fasted for 36 hours. And 80% of my symptoms had become better. I even went and consulted with a ENT specialist, because I didn't want to act very smart. I also wanted to get it checked, So yeah, 80% it was done. So I was really, really happy. And it was just like, I guess, divine intervention that I was looking for a natural home remedy, and I found it. So
beautiful. Great. So that remedy is in this. It's in this book. It's one of the things. Also, the Marma point is in there as well. And this is just one of the things in which people's lives can change, that you can share with them. Now, always the disclaimer is we're not, Dr. Naram never said don't go to your Western medicine doctor. He says, no, if you're sick, if you're ill, if you have an emergency, get the help that you need. But let's say you're in a situation like Nepal where there was an earthquake. He was in Nepal during the earthquake.
Wow.
Hospitals were full. No ambulances were coming. No, you couldn't get in the hospital if you made your way to the hospital. Yeah. So why not learn the powerful ancient healing secrets by which you can help yourself? Or if there is an ambulance coming, why not press certain Marma points while you're waiting for the ambulance? Maybe you won't need it by the time it gets to you. Why not learn certain home remedies and have in your home a whole treasure chest, a whole emergency kit of these herbs, of these ingredients? And I love it. Actually, one of the pictures someone just sent was she had her mung beans, her plants that she could pick and put in the mung bean soup, and then the book right next to it. And I just like it that you can become powerful, not only in terms of helping yourself, having that kind of peace of mind, but helping those you love when they need it. Like it means a lot. It's a really difficult thing when you're in pain. And it's a difficult thing when you see someone you love that's in pain. Why not become so powerful? You learn the ancient secrets so you can help people to heal in a deep way. And so Ritesh, I love that you want, as a medical doctor, you know that side. And also why do you want to learn this from Dr. Naram and this from the book? And like, what attracts you to it?
Actually, I really think that Western medicine has its pros, but I think it is looking at the human body like a machine, and it is only taking into consideration the physical aspect of it. We are not seeing the patients in totality. We're not seeing the patients, the mental condition, their state of being or their thought process. And I think that's where holistic medicine and other alternative modalities, they see the person in totality and not just the physical symptoms. And nowadays, most of the Western doctors, unfortunately, they're treating the symptoms. We're not really treating the cause, which is very unfortunate. And what I want to do is, because I've been exploring a lot of alternative and traditional healing modalities for a while, my dream is to bridge the gap between the modern and traditional medicine and bring them together so the patients can benefit, the most and heal faster, and get better as soon as possible.
Beautiful. And what I like is it's beyond overcoming some illness or some dis-ease. It's about how do you avoid getting sick in the first place? And also when you have health, I mean, Dr. Naram, his master emphasized, it's not just about being healthy, but what do you want? And how do you align your life with your purpose? That's why one of the things that I think people are surprised when they read the book, they're thinking it's just going to be about home remedies, Marma points, but it contains within it a system by which you can discover who you are. And he says, Dr. Naram says, hey, Milo. Oh, he wants to talk to everyone too. Come here, buddy. Aw, yeah, he just wants some love over here. We all want a little bit of love, huh? So it's not just about, Dr. Naram says, anything is a medicine or poison depending on how you use it. Even your life's work, it can be a poison if it's out of alignment with what you're supposed to be doing and who you are. And when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it can be the best medicine, giving you that vibrant energy, that vibrant health, unlimited energy and peace of mind. And Ritesh, I love what you shared. Giovanni, I just want to come back to you real quick. When you hear Ritesh's story, because you did what you did, and because you shared that, then Ritesh had this experience. Think, Giovanni, how many people's lives you must have changed without even realizing it or knowing it. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, we feel good, but also I'm grateful to you that this book is spreading the knowledge. And so many people, millions of people will be exposed to the secrets that is being taught only at the beginning to the students, and the doctors, but now it will be available to everybody. So thank you, Clint. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah, beautiful. I don't know if Dr. Aditi is still on the call or not. If you want to come on even just for 1 minute, you can unmute yourself and just share your reaction. But I just want to thank you guys for what you're doing as medical doctors, as souls that care and that want to make a difference on the planet. First of all, in applying it for yourself, and then for those you love. And I know, Ritesh, we've talked a little bit about that, and we can talk some more about that. But thank you so much. All right, so these miracles, this global healing miracle experiment started 6 weeks ago. Actually, real quick, Dr. D, are you able to come on? I'm not sure if you're able to come on or not, but I'll just give you a second if you're able to. I know she would be so happy about this as well. This global healing miracle experiment started 6 weeks ago, and we really didn't know what direction, even I didn't know what direction it was going to take. But it's amazing to me the path in which we're going. And what I see now is the book launch, Miracle Monday, is a doorway in which we can enter into a world that has more and more of the mystical miracles of love and of healing that are based on a science. It's just beyond what our Western mind usually conceives of, or usually the way we see things, but it's a world in which there's a holistic connection between whatever. In fact, one reason why I love Dr. Giovanni's stories with the bees, about Aditi Devo Baba, he saw the divine in the bees. And he's never helped bees before, but he treats them as if God has come with one help. And so he created this solution for them so beautifully that now the beekeeper, the honey that the bees make, she considers it has those properties, the ancient secret properties. So they call it ancient secrets honey, saying that when you have this honey, you also have beautiful properties of the bees who created it. So for Giovanni to go with his heart and to see Aditi Devo Baba, okay, this isn't what I was expecting. Like Dr. Ram, even when a tiger would show up, not just by itself, but someone would say, help my tiger, or someone would say alligator, or someone would say, help my dog. In fact, I wonder if I have those pictures. Let me see if I can just show those pictures real quick. If I think you'll really enjoy them. Let's see real quick. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, yep. I'm gonna show you these pictures real quick. Many of you have maybe seen these pictures, but it's just so fun. Just show them one more time here. So this is Dr. Naram with the Royal Bengal tiger. He wanted to have babies, but they wanted to have babies, but he couldn't have any babies. So Dr. Naram found the imbalance, gave certain ingredients, certain diet change, and then the tiger ended up being pregnant with 3 babies. So that was a really fun story. This crocodile story is a fun one that I'll share some other time, but just a short part of the story is when he went to help, Krishna was there and was a little boy, got so scared that his papa was near this big crocodile, saying, when he came out, he was so angry, he's like, Papa, don't do that. And his dad said, what, you don't trust your papa? You don't trust the ancient secrets? And Krishna said, no, I trust you, Papa. I don't trust the crocodile. But without fear, when your being is a certain way, he went and helped the crocodile. This crocodile had constipation, so that's why he was angry, but helped the crocodile overcome that constipation. Then so many dogs. So I even saw when people brought wolves, people brought all kinds of stuff, snakes. Oh, it's so fun that it helps. Aditi Devo Baba, there's divinity and life all around us. And so the ancient secrets not only help us overcome a disease, but helps us live life in a way that feels magical, full of vibrant health, full of energy, with our purpose. So we're able to do things that help the collective whole. So now along those lines, Miracle Monday is coming. So this journey, this 6 weeks brought us on this point. We're already so beautiful in all the trans, having the book already be working its way to be translated into 30 languages alone. That's a path and a journey that's going to change so many people's lives. But things that you can do, everyone who's on this call, that we can do as like a graduation celebration. So tomorrow is Miracle Monday, and then next Sunday, we're just gonna have a celebration call. It's not an official part of this Global Healing Miracle Experiment, but it's just a chance we can get together and celebrate some of the miracles that we saw. I believe that between today and next Sunday, you have a golden opportunity to see perhaps more miracles than you have ever seen before in your life. Why and how? So why? Because I know that Dr. Naram and these masters, this master's in this lineage that goes back 2,500 years, the original master was Jivaka. I know they're watching very closely right now, and they are so celebrating with us that this is a time in which these ancient secrets are going to be spread through the world like they have never been before. So for 2,500 years, imagine doing these secrets by word of mouth and in these ancient manuscripts and wondering if one day they would be able to go to the world. And now, this week, it's happening. It's happening. There's going to be so much watching and celebrating. Dr. Ram said he wanted to be one of the biggest givers on the planet, and that the biggest joy you can get is by giving. He said Mother Teresa came to him one time and said, Dr. Ram, why don't we work together? She says, I help people by hugging them with pain, and they feel good for 5 minutes, but then the pain comes again. He said, so then she was like a crazy woman, Mother Teresa. She'd find the best what medicine from Germany. She'd call this doctor. She'd find the best medicine from the US, from wherever. But then the problem didn't go away. It got worse. She was not satisfied. She wasn't just trying to get a quick fix. She loved people so much. She wanted a real solution. So when she found out about what Dr. Ram did, she made him jump sometimes. She said, Dr. Ram, these people have a kidney problem. I need you to help them right now. And so you can imagine Dr. Ram, okay, Mother Teresa. So he'd go and he'd run and he helped those people with the ancient secrets. When Mother Teresa saw their kidney problem went away, that their diabetes, that their hepatitis, that whatever the problem was went away, she says, Dr. Ram, I think you are doing one of the most beautiful services on this planet. Why did you not meet me 20 years earlier? She was angry at him. Why did you not meet me earlier? We could have helped so many people. So now let's work together. So you want to do something meaningful with your life, then having a tool or a technology which makes it so you have that power to not only love people, but love them in a way that makes a real impact in their life, that changes their life forever. I mean, I'm a university researcher. I was such a skeptic, but I love planet Earth and I love people and I wanted there to be more peace on the planet. But I realized everyone's a microcosm of the macrocosm. Until there's peace inside of you, the microcosm, then how is there supposed to be peace in the macrocosm? And I realized there's no peace if there's disease. There's no peace if there's... And so what Dr. Ram was doing was bringing such deep peace and happiness one by one by giving 1,000% to each person that he saw. And now this week, okay, so back to how and why can you see more miracles this week than ever before? I believe these great masters are with us and watching us very closely. I believe each of us who are listening right now, you hand selected in a way to be a part of this group, knowing about this launch. There's many people that will know about it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Many people will join in the months to come, but for some reason, you know about it now. You know about it now, and you have the possibility to change people's lives. So on Monday, starting tomorrow, Miracle Monday, to share this gift of having these ancient secrets through this book in people's lives will be one of the most beautiful ways that we'll look back and we'll say, I was a part of that. I was a part of that. And there will be people who you share this with that will say, thank you for changing my life. You don't know, but I was going to commit suicide, or you don't know, but I had this problem, or you don't know, but my child was struggling with this thing. Many people will say, how did you know that I needed this right now? And maybe some people, they won't know the value of it. They'll be like, really? Like one of the beautiful people from, Afsena, she says she's already given to so many people, and they're like, you believe in that? But even I don't mind, because having it in their home means that who knows who will be attracted to it and take it from their table and start reading it and having their life changed. My guess is that you'll know some people whose lives change, and also you will never know who you give it to and who it goes to and how their lives change. But through it, those blessings will come to you and come to us collectively as humanity. So how can it happen? First of all, these same principles that we've applied, apply them more than ever. Be clear on, what do you want today? What do you want today? If you want to experience more love, you want to experience more playfulness. And then second of all, what do you want to be? You want to be loving, you want to be playful, you want to be generous, you want to be giving, whatever it is. Third of all, Aditi Devo Bhava. Pay close attention today, tomorrow, this whole week, who comes into your life. Whether it's an animal, whether it's a person, whether it's a stranger, whether it's someone on the bus, whether it's someone at the grocery store, whether it's someone checking you out. Look at them and see the divine in them and listen to that inspiration, the intuition in your heart. You know, Teresa has such a great story about this. Teresa, I want to come to you in just a second. But as you're listening to your heart, think about how could they benefit from knowing these ancient secrets? Even if you tell them about it, even if you give them the book as a gift, or you alert them to the fact that this exists on the planet, I believe a miracle is going to happen. I believe a miracle will happen in your heart, regardless of what happens to them, because you're seeing the divine in them. Then on social media, I've already seen, I was so happy, Indrani, I saw Carol, so many people change their profile picture to the book or to them holding the book. Now that's powerful, because Facebook loves profile pictures. So if you change your profile picture, more of your friends get to see it. And what you want to do is you want to tag the post to lead them to myancientsecrets.com. So maybe someone can type that in the chat for everyone. Instead of sending them to Amazon or somewhere, if you send them actually to myancientsecrets.com, when people buy through there, then more money goes to the orphanage and the projects of Dr. Naram, the foundation, because there's a special link where when people go through that, and then also they can get the bonuses by entering their receipt number. So you want to direct people, social media posts. If you feel comfortable and you want to do something that will really change people's lives, even do a Facebook Live. Maybe you've never done it before. Maybe it scares you, or maybe you're comfortable with it. But I challenge you, those who feel the calling in them, that know you're a speaker, know you've had an experience, some miracle experiment. From this 6 weeks, maybe you had a moment in which a miracle happened. You get on Facebook Live, you share about that miracle experience, and then you share about this opportunity for the book launch happening now, and Miracle Monday and everything happening. You can also see the list of speakers and interviews that are happening on Miracle Monday, and just share it. You can share those videos, see the videos I'm sharing, you can see the other videos people have posted, and you share them on your page. And so there's many ways in which you can become involved in being an instrument, a conduit of miracles happening. There's a game that we're going to start playing starting on 15th of June. And for those who share with at least 3 people, they're invited into this game as well, this exclusive game. There's so many ways in which I believe you're going to be able to have an opportunity to experience more miracles in your life this week than ever before. So from my heart to your heart, and on behalf of everyone who's blessed from you, I want to say thank you. So right now, we're going to get into groups. We're going to break into breakout groups. And I want you to share, how do you want to be a part of this miracle Monday and miracle week? What way do you want to share? Like, you want to share a miracle with your friends and family, you want to send text messages, you want to share on Facebook, you want to change your profile picture, whatever it is, we're going to share in the breakout room right now. Why? How do you want to be a part of this miracle week? What do you want to do? Maybe it's sending an email out to your community. Maybe it's doing something. So you can just brainstorm together. We're going to be in this breakout room for about, I'd say, we'll be in the breakout for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back all together. And as soon as you'll see, come here, Milo. Hey, buddy. You want some love too. He's going to be in a breakout room with someone. So as soon as we go into the breakout room, you're going to get an opportunity to meet these beautiful people from all around the world. You'll see on your screen, it says, and then I'll give you a 2-minute warning before we come back. And so we'll go into the breakout room now. So go ahead and accept on your screen. When it says your invitation, just go click. And how do you want to be a part of this miracle Monday and miracle? So on your screen now, there should be an invitation. You can just accept it. Super. I see some of you are still here. You may get like a little invitation on your screen where you can just join a group. Just 1 second. All right. So for those of us here, I just want to give a chance for those of here. Start with Vera. Vera, you just share? First of all, some you can just share a little bit. No, you don't want to share? Okay, that's okay. Some still in this main room. Actually, Balas, I want you to share afterwards about this to everyone in the whole group. So don't share your miracle quite yet, but I want you to share how you want to be a part of this week, if that's okay. Are you able to share that? Okay, just 1 second. I got to help a couple people who are in rooms where they don't have anyone. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Just got to make sure everyone has at least someone in the room with them. Okay, just 1 second.
Hi, Clint. I'm not in the room.
Oh, cool. Can you share? You can share with all of us, please.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just went to kitchen and came back. What was the question?
Oh, how do you want to be a part of this Miracle Week?
How do I want to be part of this? Actually, this is
How are you going to share it this Miracle Week?
actually, I told you that before. I was sharing that my ancientsecrets.com link and the book with a lot of people, and also your TEDx talk. And I have a WhatsApp group from different countries, and most of them are Turkish. And I'm sharing your speech, your Dr. Naram's videos, book, everything. And that week, I'm planning to share more and more with those people, because I know those people are sharing with another persons. And I wrote that to the Facebook group. A lot of people I know are very skeptic, and now they started to change their mind, and they're not at the very young age. They are pretty old for me, but I could change their mind. I just told them, I told you that, taste it. I gave them the taste of the book and the videos and that healing, that loving feeling. And now they told me they started to see some miracles. They changed their mind. They started to be more spiritual. Now they believe, and they're waiting for the book. I don't know the exact number, but more than 200 people, half of it is from Germany and half of it from Turkey, is waiting for the book to be launched tomorrow on Amazon.com.
Beautiful. You're amazing. You inspire me so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, let's go to Kailasha in San Jose, or please, you share. Can you unmute yourself? Please share. How do you want to be a part of sharing this miracle this week?
Hello, Dr. Clint. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. See, I've been a big fan of. Can you hear me, please?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Your book is fantastic. I bought it online last night, and I've been reading, sharing with my wife also, and everyone. So I'm going to continue to share, and every time you put a note on Facebook, I'm going to continue to share that post with my Facebook friends and continue to reach out to them. This is so simple, and anybody can do it. And you can see, how it's going to help the humanity at a deeper level. It's just not healing. It is, it is really deeper level of healing. So that is what I'm thinking at this point, and also continue to use that for my own life and reach out to everyone, as I said. So thank you for what you're doing. I know last 10 years plus you have been with him. And what you've done is an extraordinary gift to humanity, to continue move forward with Dr. Naram's and his wonderful family's legacy through you and Dr. Giovanni and so many other great members we have here. So thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Super. Anyone else want to share next? Eliza, Diana, Randy, Colette, Hortensia. Anyone else feel like they want to share? You can raise your hand. All right, Eliza, we'll go to you next. Super.
Hi there. I would love to spread the message by sending the book to my friends in Japan. And I feel that they will, enjoy having it. And it's people who need that healing. But also I would like to share it with the healer I met in London. And you may know, Clint, about this famous Watkins book store in London. And they collect all sort of, healing and a bit esoteric, let's say, books. But it's a bit a miraculous book, what you've done and your journey of 10 years. And I find that if we have that book to a person who can spread the message, I'm sure there will be demand for this book also in London.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. It's so good you follow that inspiration, that intuition.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we'll go to Randy next. Thank you, Eliza. All right, Randy, you may have to, oh, there we go.
Hi, everybody. My intention is to share this with an old group of people who are in a spiritual connection, and they are old, similar to me, but it's an old group. And I was waiting for the launch to happen before I brought it forward to them, but I'm going to start contacting them on an individual basis. And personally, for myself, my intention is to learn more about the Marmas and teach them to people, be able to teach them. I've been looking for a modality of healing that I can really resonate with. I've resonated with a couple of them, but this really resonates with me. And we talked about that earlier about the Marmas and maybe getting together a group or something, but I'd be very interested in that, Clint.
Beautiful. Thank you, Randy. And thank you for everything you've been doing this whole journey. It's
well, no,
amazing.
and thank you very much. And we'll work together. We're still pursuing that one thing we're doing. And I had, again, when I was doing my mantra this morning, you know, you do that picture of the whiteboard in your right eye. Well, right eye, center of the brain. I don't really know where it comes from, but I got you. It's really interesting. I have a difficulty really seeing it, but yet I visualize you holding the whiteboard and actually visualize myself writing on it. And then the interesting thing is Dr. Naram comes up with the picture of my property that I've outlined my property on, and he points to it and sort of taps it 6 times, and I visualize that, and then I keep on with my mantra. But and I also do that marma you taught me on the arm at this during some of this. So yeah, it's changing, and I see it working. I know everybody else has experienced these things, and the miracle maybe I'm looking for hasn't happened particularly yet, or maybe I'm just not seeing my miracle as living where I am living, and being in touch with nature on a daily basis, and that is my miracle of life. So I do see that, and I thank you all for participating in this adventure that I think we'll see it going on, and we'll all see it benefit, and it's going to be a benefit for everybody. Thank you.
So thank you, Andy. You brought up a really good point. As soon as everyone comes into the main room, we're just closing the breakup groups right now so everyone can come back together. Actually, we're coming together. Yeah, Deanna, please, I'd love to hear.
Did that work?
Yeah, so good to see you. It makes me so happy.
Likewise, I assure you. Before I tell about how I want to share one quick miracle. Yesterday, when I came home from work, I opened the gate and my 16-year-old dog ran around the back of the house, saw the gate was open, took off, went to visit the neighbors, sniff around and see what was going on. That is miraculous, because 4 weeks ago, I had to carry her to the vet. She was not able to walk. She was not able to eat. We thought the end was here with us. I mean, I spent an hour just in tears saying goodbye to her. And yesterday she ran out and visited the neighbors and is eating like a little pig and laying here next to me and enjoying life. And I am so grateful. But as far as sharing, I've already shared with friends and family and whatever, just verbally. And of course I will do the Facebook, the social media, as much of it as I do. But for me, one of the best ways is, now that I'm able to see clients again, I leave the book on my desk. They're all curious as to what I'm up to, and they say, what is this? What are you reading? I say, this is what got me through 8 weeks of quarantine, not being able to work, without fear, without anger, without high blood pressure, without anything. This is what this did for me. So, of course, next thing is how do I get it? Well, I'll share.
That's beautiful. I love that. And we have people that are giving you love in the chat. In fact, someone wants to know your last name. Carol
Simone,
Nicola wants to-
Simone.
Man. Savan from My Art to Your Art, I wish to give you joy and miracle tomorrow when you get the book. Colette, one magnificent way to share the wisdom is to be a living example of its benefits. That's what you're doing so much, Diana. Anne says, yes, it made quarantine awesome. So there's a question here. When can we, there's a couple technical questions. When can we purchase the book? And if we already pre-registered, does that mean we're automatically getting it? If you pre-registered, all it means is that you'll get an email midnight tonight saying now you can purchase the book. So where can you purchase the book is at this website, myancientsecrets.com. Oops, I sent that as a private message. Let me try and do that again. You can send people here when you're making any social media posts. It's also, this is a good website to send them to, myancientsecrets.com. When people buy through that, it automatically donates more money to the orphanage. Now, worldwide delivery, yes, in some respect, but here in India, for instance, all the printing presses were closed until today. So for that reason, you can get an e-Kindle, you can get an e-book almost anywhere. If you can't find it through Amazon, someone in Nigeria found it through Walmart store. You can find it through Barnes & Noble. It's like on every platform. And we'll put a link on the website where you can see it's on, like, it's available on something like 50, 60 platforms. So there's a shortage on paper. And because of that, there may be a slight delay or maybe a long delay. We don't know from the time you order and when you get your book. That's why we're just encouraging people, when you order a print copy, if you want to start on it right away, also get the ebook because it's so cheap anyway. It's less than $5. It's crazy. You might as well start reading it. And the ebook has some features that the print book doesn't have. The ebook at the end of every chapter, in the print book, there's a place you can write answers to questions, certain key questions you'll want to answer yourself. The ebook is a hyperlink. You fill it in the website and it stores your answer. And then at the end of it, if you want to, we're creating it so you can get a PDF, you can print it off, or we can off and mail it to you as a special collector item of your own journey with Ancient Secrets. So there's a lot of things. Also, the ebook has color pictures. Some people really love color pictures. The print book was just black and white to keep the costs down for everyone. Oh, this is some good news. Jaina is saying, hey, Clint's mom. So I'm going to see if my mom was on the call. And then we have someone, I want to hear from some of you, what's a miracle you saw during this experience? But first of all, Mom, are you there? Can you unmute yourself? I don't know if you're able to unmute yourself this time, but I just want to say, I want to celebrate you every time you're here.
I have unmuted myself.
Yay, my mom is here. Yes, that makes me so happy. Any message or blessing you want to give everyone who's participating in this miracle week?
Just thank you for all the love and sharing of this wonderful experience.
Yeah, my mom, talk about sharing. At the health club, if someone's in pain, she's like, my son can help you. She goes to the grocery store, she sees someone that needs help. She's like, no, my son can help you. She's definitely a living, walking example of getting blessings from seeing miracles happen. In fact, it's so fun when I go home, and fun when she has a gathering of people come. These people that I've known since I was a kid, and sometimes they're in pain or suffering or something. And to see the pain go away pretty quickly for some of them, or the problem reverse, it's so fun and so meaningful, and it's such a celebration. So thank you, Mom, for not only giving me life, but then making my life so enjoyable. Awesome. All right, so now I want to hear from some of you, any kind of miracles during the 6 weeks. You can share one of two things. One is a miracle that you've experienced, or second is one way in which you want to share in this upcoming week. So I want to hear from a couple people, some either miracle you experienced or some way you want to share. And I'm going to go first of all to Balas. And I don't know, I don't see edit here, but at least you can share maybe the miracle that both of you saw.
Yes. So hello, everybody. I'm from Hungary, and
It's a little quiet. Can you speak any? It's a little quiet. Can you speak more into the microphone at all?
Yeah, I think now it should be better.
Yeah, that's better. Much better.
Cool. So I'm Balázs. I'm from Hungary, and I was very lucky enough to know Dr. Naram personally. Clint and Krishna and Dr. Giovanni, Dr. Naram came to our festival in Hungary, and I'm glad and honored to say that I danced with most of them, and they're wonderful dancers. So I had this really strong feeling for a long time to go to India and maybe also to visit Dr. Naram. I wanted to do a Panchakarma, but it didn't really materialize. And what really started getting my attention and where I started saying, wow, this is different, not only by knowing him and sharing that incredible deep love of all the people around, but it was also the fact that he's sharing all these home remedies and all these Marma points for free. So when the first miracle group, which was a long time ago, like 2 months ago, came, it was no question that I will join. I asked my friend Edith to join. She's a 73-year young lady, yeah, and we both joined with full gusto. For me, I started practicing Aditi Devo Bhava, and it was beautiful. For example, it was during the lockdown. I was walking, and a gentleman came to me, an old man, and I thought he was a beggar, and my old self would have told him, please go away, because I was feeling vulnerable, I was feeling stressed, you know. And but the Aditi Devo Bhava clicked in me, and I accepted his approach, and it turned out that he was just a lost person from a village coming to the mass, and I could help him a lot and calm him because nobody was on the street and he was just lost. So that was, and I started practicing these things. And one night I was lying in my bed and we were talking about miracle, miracle, miracle. And and suddenly in the bottom of my stomach, I felt that childish joy, that belief that miracles are possible. And that was incredible. I don't know how long I haven't felt that. And Krishna and Clint both talked about just all your messages have helped in remembering and keeping up. So I think what we need to do more than anything is to remember our divinity, remember who we can be. And also the Marma points are a big help in my experience. So what happened with Edith, my friend? We materialized 2 books in the span of 2 months. I had joined the group originally thinking that I want to be a voice who challenges, a voice who offers relief, something like that. And I had written a book 10 years ago, a novel, and I knew it was very special. I have been looking for a publisher ever since. But when we and Edith got together, we have never been so close. This is the biggest miracle of all for both of us, is the fact that we have met and we have a spiritual twin in each other. So she found a publisher for her book, and it's now on Amazon. It's a wonderful book called Penis Sutra. It's about the traditional Indian ancient art. That's the selling point, isn't it, of lingam or penis massage. I highly recommend. And the publisher read my draft of my novel and is so deeply in love with it that this was the thing that made him become a publisher, to publish books like these. So he's incredibly grateful. And it looks like my 10 years of looking for a publisher are finally over. And I found the best publisher who was looking for a book exactly like this. So I'm extremely grateful. And yeah, just remember and keep up this, even in hard times. There were hard times in these last weeks, but I kept pressing, I kept believing, I kept remembering Krishna's mantra, and all these miracles happened. So thanks to you, because your messages kept up the belief. And I'm very grateful, and I'm doing a little bit of the Hungarian translation for the book. Thank you.
Ah, so beautiful. Fantastic. I love that. It is a great example of, remember that childlike feeling of, yeah, miracles are possible, and then walking into it. You didn't see it and then believe it. You believed it and then you saw it, which is so beautiful. So thank you so much. Wow. And Lindsay says, I believe what you describe is what I've been feeling too, this deep sense of faith that as a child is now being uncovered and released for the first time in a long time. Kailash is saying, I love your story. Thanks for sharing. Renara saying, great, congratulations on your book. Mehar saying, congratulations on the publication. So much love is coming from you, Bailash. Vanda from Canada said, thank you for sharing. So many blessings. Dorothea, your beliefs create the facts. So true. All right, thank you so much, Bailash. Yeah, and give our love to Edith as well. Give our love to Edith as well. All right, now we're gonna go to Carol Nicola, and then we'll go to Wayne Griffin after that. So Carol, can you unmute yourself? Carol Nicola?
Yes, I did.
Super. Ah, fantastic.
Okay.
So
it's good to see you. I'm a little nervous, but as a child, speaking of being childlike, as a child, I was an artist and I drew freely, and I even drew a crayon painting on my grandparents' living room wall, which didn't go over very well, but I loved drawing on big surfaces. And as I got older, I won art awards and had a painting sent overseas, and I wanted to become an artist. But my mother, there were some issues and she wanted me to be a doctor. I also was interested in medicine. And so she told me I wasn't talented enough. So I put my art away and I became a scientist. I decided I started in medicine, became a geologist, and then an environmental scientist. But I always had the art in my background. That was always my passion. That was what I always wanted to do. And I had a burst of creativity some years back where I did some public art and had some successes. And while I was still working as a scientist, but I was trying to get out of the science field to follow my heart, to follow my passion. And so finally, a few years ago, a series of things happened and I moved to Mexico and I had time to pursue my art, but I couldn't really start for some reason. And a bunch of other things went on stressful wise. And anyway, I'm at a place now where I live in this beautiful house, I have a great studio, and I wanted to paint. And I'm also a sculptor. You can see maybe some of my sculptures in the background there. I don't know if you can see them, but I was stuck. I was hung up, and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And it was the strangest thing. I would stare at my easel every day. I might start crying. And I would look at this painting. It was a commission for a friend. And it was after I finished the commission, then I was going to continue on with my large abstract paintings. I have an opportunity for a big show where I live, and then to start showing back in the States again. I used to sell in galleries in Santa Fe. So, but really this went on for a long time, like over a year. I don't even want to say how long. And so when we started the 6-week global healing experiment, I knew what I wanted. I checked it with the steps to begin. I was like, well, is there something else I want? But no, this is the thing that causes me the most, that excites my heart, that ignites my passion. And my sculptures, I use a spiral motif to remind people that our life is temporary because we live in a spiral galaxy and we have a spiral in our fingerprint. So my work kind of has a message. So when I started the global experiment, I just felt like this was an opportunity. And so I didn't have the book, and I started doing a little bit. I did the what do you want, Marma point and question, and then I knew what I wanted. So then it was, okay, how do I get what I want? So I had to research a bit on Dr. Naram's videos to find the second Marma point of visualizing in your head what you want to be and creating it in your mind and working towards it. And honestly, Clint, it was like, I felt like I walked through an arch, like an ancient arch, and I walked into a new world. And I went straight to my canvas and I started painting for the first time in a long time. Sorry. And it was just effortless. And I felt Dr. Naram's presence so much. And I'm almost finished with the painting. I'll just show you. This is a commission. This is not the kind of work I do, but I'm almost finished.
Wow.
And I will finish it today. And it's the doorway to my other work that I do. And I was hung up for so long. It's truly a miracle that I've tried different approaches. One thing I want to share is I always knew that there were a lot of conscious hangups from things in my childhood. But when I painted that crayon painting on my grandparents' wall, the first thing my mother said was, "One day your grandfather is going to die." So that was like kind of locked in with my creativity. And then of course what she said. So now it's like all that's been washed away. That doesn't matter anymore. It just, the future is what matters. And I remember Dr. Naram saying in one of his videos that that we need to move from the conscious mind to the unconscious mind, or the subconscious mind, the subconscious mind. And I knew that. I was seeking that for a year, and just easily and effortlessly with the Marma points and the questions and the writing the gratitudes, I'm in a new place and a new direction. So I'm so grateful.
Wow, you're getting so much love from so many people. Everyone's sending lots of love. Dorothea, beautiful. She says, I have a husky. Renara says, thank you for sharing. What a beautiful connection with your true self. Teresa Khan, wonderful story. Lindsay Bass Khan, so many blessings to you. Carol Nicola, keep creating. I love you and I'm with you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. You know, we have so many people that can share. Lori says, much love and truth. I'm conscious of the time. I have a pod I'm supposed to be on in 5 minutes. Otherwise, I would hear everybody's stories. But I want to hear more of your stories, and I want them to be live. Actually, if we can share them live on Miracle Monday. So I want to send an email to me, and I'm going to put my email address in the chat. And I just want you to send an email to me if you're willing to share your story live on Miracle Monday or any of the Miracle Week. And we'll bring you on a live Facebook Live, and I'll spend proper time with you. So for instance, I would spend proper time with you, anybody that wants to share your story. I see many people that want to share. So my email address is clint@drnaram.com. Just say, I want to share my story, and then we'll schedule a time on a Facebook Live where I can interview you. We can share that blessing and let the ripples go out further and further. So Teresa will do one with you, for instance. There's so many people on here I want to do it with. But because I promised a 1 minute, Wayne, we just want to hear your mirror just in a short 1-2 minutes, if you can share. And then anything you'd like to do this week.
I can do that. I can do it in 2 minutes. Oh, 1 second. I can do it in 2 minutes. My name is Wayne Griffin. I am from, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you.
Sorry, my name is Wayne Griffin. I'm from Maryland. So my miracle is this. Listen, I went down to the Advanced Medical Conference last week. I knew nothing about this program at all. Nothing. You were talking and I could hardly hear. And all I heard was Ancient Medical Secrets. How I got this book, I ordered it right on the spot. And when I got home, it was there. So when I'm hearing that we have Monday where it's supposed to be launched and I already have it, I feel so blessed. And I feel like this is my miracle. And I'm happy to share that.
That is amazing, Wayne. I'm so glad you shared. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so excited for what's going to unfold in your life. Have you started reading it? And what's your reaction as you started reading?
I'm already up to chapter 6. 7, I'm sorry. I'm reading chapter 7. My experience, I've been trying thermometers. I've been, what the problem is when I read the book, where I come from, I'll talk more about that later. Now I want to know how to pulse read. I want to know everything that this book has. I want to just take it all in. And then my background professionally as a registered nurse, and then I want to share that with everyone that I know.
Beautiful. Thank you for being at the Advanced Medicine Conference with Dr. Buttar, Dr. Bruce Lipton. So it was a powerful event, and one of my things is that now you're here all and part of this movement We're going to change so many people's lives, and you are going to be an instrument. And so I'm so happy you're here. People are loving on you. They're saying they love your laugh. They love your enthusiasm, which is so grateful that you shared. On fire enthusiasm. We want that, Paola says. Everyone who is here now on this call, I mean, it's crazy. We're 2 hours later, still almost 100 people are here. I just want to tell you I love you. And it's not the quantity of people that we contact over this next week, although I have a feeling we're going to want to contact a lot of people, but it's the quality of love that we put into each interaction and how the depth of that connection is. Okay, my podcast is about to start. Lots of love to everyone. See you tomorrow and next week. Love you all.